No. You didn't even ask for consent this time. It's disappointing. You're usually like
You're right. I'm gonna end the recording. I can't. I'm sorry.
The recording.
And remember to stay garlic.
You click the
Fastest
recording
episode
button. You always click the recording button and then like instantaneously, like the recording hasn't even officially started, and you're like, "Do I have your consent?" So it's not even really like legal at that point.
Matt, would you like me to ask?
Please, yes.
Matt, do I have your consent to record?
You have mine. I don't know about my.
I'm gonna get to them, Matt. One by one, I need to ask. Mom, do I have your consent to record?
Yes, you do.
Kelly, do I have your consent to record?
Yes, you do.
You
She was
okay?
yelling, and I don't know what she was yelling at. Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I am. Oh, shoot.
Why
I
do you
know
always
it.
do this to me?
I know it because I had it saved and I remembered it, but I am Bruce.
You're about to see how much actual editing goes into this podcast. It takes me 3 hours each week, and it's Matt's fault most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. I'm Bruce Steen. That's who I am.
You love the ones
Final
that make
answer?
fun of me.
Final
No,
answer,
it's
yes.
not the
I'm
final answer. 'cause
final
we
answer.
have to start over again.
We don't have to start over. This
All
is
right,
great.
fine. We'll just start from there. That's Bruce Steen. No, I think this was a mistake, but
You know me.
I'm trying to start, Mom.
See, this is why it takes us like an hour and a half to record an hour-long podcast, because Connor gets laughing and then he can't stop.
I can do this. I can do this. I'm a professional.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm Bruce Steen.
And here, introducing for the first time, are the Garlic Moms. My mom, Cindy.
Hi there.
There you go. And Matt's mom, Kelly.
Good to be here.
I thought you were going to do like a live long and prosper thing. I'm really surprised
Well,
you did it.
I thought he was going to ask me my name because on my computer it says you instead of my name, and I was gonna be Scarlett O'Hawks, but
you Scarlett
Scarlett
O'Hara.
O'Hara?
That's like the worst. No, Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind.
but he didn't ask me my name. He just said hello, so I was.
Well, it says
That's
your name.
probably better.
It says your name for me.
It's probably better that he didn't ask you your name, because that is terrible.
All right, Mom, do you want to make up a name for this one?
Jolene.
All right.
All right.
I'm joined by Bruce Steen, Jolene, and Scarlett O'Hara.
Scarlett O'Hawks.
Oh, Scarlett O'Hawks.
my
Sorry. Well, frankly, dear, is that the right movie?
Oh boy.
These are our real and actual mothers who, for some reason, have decided to join us this week and live within our embarrassment live. How are you feeling so far? We're 3 minutes into this.
I've
Well,
been
I
dealing
think-
with your embarrassment for like
I was
how
gonna
many
say,
years
I've
now? It's the same day.
yeah. It's just being recorded. The embarrassment's now being recorded. Before it was just what I lived with day after
Right.
day.
Right.
Yeah.
No pressure. That's no pressure, you know?
Just remember, when you roll your eyes, the camera can see that.
Okay.
Even
And
mine?
remember, mom, what you always say to me.
The birds
you-
will peck your eyes
birds will
out
peck
if
your
you
eyes
roll
out.
your eyes at your mom.
So
Matt, that's
Oh
really
no, I'll
ironic.
just smack his head out. Give smack.
It's in the Bible, okay? I don't remember where, but I read it in the Bible.
Oh,
okay.
there's a vague recollection. That always works for moms, right?
Oh, come on, Connor. You're the Bible major
Yeah,
here.
Connor, you've never
You
heard
should
that
know.
verse?
Hey, shut up. You're giving away an answer.
Oh shoot.
Now I have to think of a new question. Oh, a question for what? Good answer, listener. This is a game called Does Mother Really Know Best?
Oh.
That's a good one.
I know, I thought of it. So, in this game, I will be asking Matt's mom 5 questions about myself, and Matt will be asking my mom 5 questions about himself. As Matt and I are best friends, our moms should probably know this information if they care about us at all. And so, we're going to see which mom cares about us more. There will be a
Really?
maximum of 5 points for each mom to earn. And in the end, the winner will be the mom that knows best.
Mm,
Everybody understand the rules?
Mom that knows most, maybe, but not best.
okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, but
All right, let me just change the name of the game.
He didn't work long and hard for this, you know.
I didn't. I really didn't.
I was gonna say he probably didn't.
Well, Mom, since you have a lot to say, why don't you answer the first question?
Okay.
Take it
Oh,
away.
All right. So my first question,
Mhm.
Mom, Kelly Hawks, do not answer this.
I
that's how
might
the
not
game
even know the
works.
answer.
You know the answer. You know the answer. How many siblings do I have?
6.
Ooh.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
6, you said?
Yeah, it's a guesstimate. 6.
It's correct. That is correct.
Wow. She didn't even think about it. Just
Right,
like wham,
right
right out
off
of the
the
gate.
bat.
Now I feel pressure.
Oh no, no pressure.
Did,
That was
did
an easy one, I think.
anyone else pick up on the final answer bit that he stole from me?
Yes, of course.
All right.
I
We have
stole it
to-
from you too.
We have to present a united front, Connor.
All
It
right.
has
All
to
right.
be
Sorry.
united.
I mean,
Well,
just
now
saying, if
I'm
you're clearly
nervous.
stealing something from me, it's fine. It's going to be
Sorry,
an easy question.
Sorry, Connor, can I have your consent to steal this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You have consent. Yes.
Cool.
All right. So that is 1 point for Cindy.
Uh-huh.
All right. Question number 1 for you. How many siblings do I have?
Oh, Connor, I hate you. I'm gonna kill you. I
I
can't
knew she
even
was gonna
understand
react
why you asked me such
Okay,
a hard question.
First of all, that's my bit. That's my bit, and you
Oh,
can't take that
it's
from
wrong
me.
when someone else steals
Well,
your
the
bit,
apple
Matt,
didn't fall
right?
far from the tree.
Okay, I am taking a guess as well.
Mm.
I believe you have 1 brother.
You don't have to name the type of sibling. You just have to name the sibling. How many?
Final answer.
Oh, I hate you, Connor.
Okay, first of all, you're starting way too soon. This is
Okay,
the first
okay.
question.
Okay. I need to drag it out a little
Yes.
bit.
Like
Okay,
the,
yes.
At
final
some point, you have
answer.
to guess a country in Africa when it's clearly not an African country.
Final answer.
So you're not fully correct. I do have 1 full brother, but I have 5 half siblings.
Oh,
No,
Yes, I thought it was
4 half siblings. 5
you don't
siblings
even
in
know
total.
how many siblings you have. I feel
That's
like
a
this
whole
is an
conversation that we're
inaccurate
not gonna
That's a
have
whole
question.
other
right now.
conversation.
That is a whole other conversation.
Not for
Well,
me.
to be fair, yeah, thank you, Connor. To be fair, I had some questions and I was like, can I even ask that? And I was like, I don't even know the answer if I'm being 100% honest. So I probably shouldn't ask that.
Okay, but okay, if we're gonna be pulling the half card, Matthew, you have adopted sisters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
So,
I will say, I do technically have a half sister from my dad. So technically I do have 6.5. But
6.5.
it's one person that I've never met in my entire life. I forgot about them entirely, if I'm being 100% honest.
So what you're saying is neither mom should get a point for that, right?
Oh no, I don't want to take her point. Then she's gonna hate me.
Well, if she got the answer wrong, then she doesn't get a point, right?
You put up a fuss, Mom.
So either you don't get the point or both of you don't get a
Or
point.
should we get partial points?
Oh, we each get
Yeah.
a half a point. That sounds
That's not
a
how this works.
participation trophy. I like that.
Half a point for half siblings.
You get half a point for each half sibling.
I will
will-
give up my point. I don't
will-
want Cynthia to lose her point.
All right. Matt, your second question.
My second question. What place did I take in the singing competition Woo Voice junior year?
Wow. Now I've told Connor this before. I was there, wasn't I?
Possibly.
I'm pretty sure I was there.
You did come to a lot of the different shows and stuff, so it's very, very possible.
But I'm pretty sure I was actually there when you won a competition because you had that big fake check.
I only won one, so what place
So-
did I get in that one?
I believe you came in first, but maybe second. No, they give the big checks for first, don't they? I don't know. I'll say first. Final answer.
First final answer. You're so close. Second place. I got second place. They
Did I
gave
just-
checks. They gave checks out for first, second, and third, like the
Oh, did
big
they? Okay, that's
cardboard
interesting.
checks. Yeah, it was.
Wait,
So
wait,
it's like
weird.
trophy participation trophy.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a cash prize for second.
I got 50
$50
bucks. Yeah.
Yep, I remember that. See?
Yeah.
Are you remembering him or are you remembering when I got second place
No,
and got 50 bucks?
I'm remembering him.
I also got 50 bucks. So
All right.
we'll see.
So that's 0 points for you for that question. All right. Question number 2. Who is my favorite superhero?
Oh,
I thought about making this easier and saying who is my favorite MCU hero, but I'm just going to go blanket superhero.
oh.
I might even got this wrong.
Matt would probably get this wrong.
If I'm being 100% honest, I think I know the answer, and we'll see if I know the
See,
answer.
but I just feel like I know, Connor, you would choose some obscure superhero from 1969, and that
You
would
know
be
who my obscure superhero from 1969 is? My mom.
aw.
Aww.
Okay, I
No, that's
am
not who my
going
favorite
to
superhero is.
Take a wild guess, and I know it's probably going to be wrong, but I'm going to say Captain America.
Final answer.
Oh, the click of the pen, Connor! Like that
Isn't
messes
it
with my
terrible?
brain.
Right? Isn't it terrible?
I
Now
can't
feel
tell. I can't tell if she's actually upset about the click of the pen
She
or if
is
she's
right
just
now.
mocking you
Yeah.
hardcore.
Connor, you
she-
have no idea how competitive I am.
she was like earlier she was mocking me, but now she's actually serious.
If it had still been who is my favorite MCU character, you would be correct. But my favorite all-time superhero is Barry Allen Flash.
Okay.
I knew
Yeah.
that.
I knew
Captain
that. too.
America is third overall, second only to Green Lantern.
Okay.
I knew that
I
one
see.
too.
That's my first thought.
All right, so my mom is still in the lead with 1 point.
But that was a confusing question.
I clarified the question.
I did no, I mean it was still a difficult because it could have been several different ones.
All right, so Matt, I don't know what. Sorry, I made it.
All right.
I'm sorry, I made the quiz
No,
hard. I
it's,
don't know.
I just understand.
Okay, well, you're gonna understand even more because my third question is who is my favorite superhero? And this is overall, DC, Marvel, all of it
Oh my
overall.
gosh.
There's so many.
Yeah. There's only a few good ones though.
Like I said, I have trouble enough remembering Connors. So I'm gonna say Spider-Man.
Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
You'd be correct.
I know.
Spider-Man is my
Yeah,
favorite.
Matt, we could all tell by how wide your eyes
You
went when
dressed
she
up
said
for Halloween
Spider-Man.
as Spider-Man.
I was just kind of surprised that she just guessed and it was Spider-Man.
But you dressed up as Spider-Man for Halloween. So
Very
that
true.
would be
Very true.
That's-
a definite clue.
Mom,
should've
it's
guessed
not
a
looking
pineapple
too
hero.
good.
I
for me.
know. This is
I'm sorry.
awful.
It's
I'll
fine.
probably miss the rest of them.
I'll give you an easy one. How about that?
I've heard your easy questions before, Connor. They're not always so dang easy.
Lady Gaga Oreos. Are they Connor's favorite or not?
I actually knew the answer to that one too.
Wow, Matt, just sounds like you suck.
Well, my mom has 0 points right now, so
Your third question is, when I was in college, what was my major?
Okay, I think I might be able to get this one. I think it was. Why are you shaking your head? Seriously.
Encouragement, Matt. Encouragement.
Okay.
yeah.
Do I get a bonus point if I can name your secondary? Did you have a double major?
Oh, yeah.
I did not have a double major,
You had a
but if you,
minor.
can give me, if you can give me the full title, because it is a very long
Oh
title.
my goodness.
I couldn't even do that.
There's two main sections. If you give me one of the two, I'll count that. But if you can give me the full thing, I'll give you 2 points.
Okay, but I think the first answer is Christian ministries with youth as the focus. Is that would be the first thing. And then I think you had a theater direction minor.
I'm going to give you 1 point for that.
Okay.
So my full title was Biblical Ministry Study with a focus in children's and youth ministry.
Okay.
I took a theater direction class senior year, but up until that semester, I had a psychology minor.
Oh, I did not know that. I just knew about the theater.
I dropped the minor to take the theater class instead because I only
Mhm.
had one more class to get the minor, and I didn't really want to take cognitive psych.
Oh,
I wanted to take a theater directing class instead.
That's fair.
well, hallelujah. I pieced together 1 point.
You get 1 point, which is only 1 point behind. So, in all fairness,
Okay.
you're still doing pretty good.
Still fair
Okay.
game.
All right, number 4. What is my favorite board game?
Oh,
I thought this is going to be a stumper because in all fairness, I have like over 100 board games. Like I'm a
Oh.
board game fanatic, so
Well,
There's a lot.
I think fanatic addict would be a better,
I actually
term than
I actually-
fanatic.
I was scrolling through TikTok and Amazon at the same time because why not? And found a new board game that I want, but I'm not
Oh,
buying it yet.
man.
I'm not buying it yet.
What's more than an addict, or what's a fanatic is nothing more than just a fan of an addiction. That's why they're
Okay.
fan and
Okay.
addict. Fanatic.
I see. So that probably fits.
Fanatic. Yeah, fanatic.
Yeah,
Yeah, that probably fits him.
obsessive.
probably.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, but anyway, I am going to stick with a very normal, typical Monopoly.
Is that your
Just-
final answer?
I have no clue, so I'm guessing. So yes, that is my final answer.
That is incorrect.
I figured.
The only reason I thought this is probably like a level 4, if I'm being 100% honest, because I've played this with Connor, but I had no idea if he'd ever brought it up to you. It's Dice Throne is what it's called.
Dice Throne. No, never heard of it. I was going to say like Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, because I think that's a board game, but I'm not 100% sure.
Can be.
It's a tabletop role-playing game. So like there's not technically a board. It falls under a different category of game.
Okay. I'm not a big board game person.
That's
so-
okay. That's okay. It's wrong, but it's okay.
We mainly
that's
played
okay.
Monopoly.
I'll take the loss.
All right. Are you ready for question number 4?
I suppose.
What was the name of the dorm I lived in my
Oh,
senior year
geez.
of college?
Connor.
It's not a hard question because it was also the name of the dorm your son lived in.
I
senior year of
get
college.
that, but I didn't
We
pay
were-
attention to what dorm he was
We
in.
roomies.
We were roomies, and I know you've been in the room.
Yes, but I didn't pay attention to the name of the dorm. Are
Remember
you
that-
kidding me?
Remember that one time? No, I can't even bring it up. We were talking about how much clothes I had, and like I literally didn't have enough room for the drawers. Do you remember all that?
Yes.
It was a pretty wild day.
Yes. Yes. That was a day.
They were always like that.
I feel like it was. I'm throwing a guess out there. I have absolutely no idea, but I feel like it started with a W, so it was like Walton or Wilton or something like that. I have no idea.
Final answer?
Yes. I hate you, Connor.
I told you. It comes easy.
Sorry to tell you that is incorrect.
The dorm you were thinking about was Willison, and that
Okay.
was a dorm I never got to stay in.
That's
Oh.
what I stayed my junior year. But senior year, Matt and I lived in Thayer Hall, room 111.
Okay.
Oh, you remember the
Alright.
number? I did
Yeah,
not.
I remember it because we picked it because it was the one directly in from the door. So it meant we
Yes.
could move everything in quicker.
That was very nice for moving him out, like
Oh, yeah.
and in. That was
Yes.
nice.
Alrighty.
Wow.
So we're going into final question now. My mom still leads 2-1. But anything can happen. And I should say we did not plan for a tiebreaker. But I have an idea that I can text Matthew now.
Okay, please do that. As I ask my final question. My final question: what is my greatest fear? And I will say we did talk about this on the podcast. So
Oh. Which one?
I don't know, one of the episodes.
I just, I don't remember that one. I'm trying to remember. And I have no clue. It's not coming to me. I think I know this too, but it's not coming to me.
Do you want
I
to
should know this.
guess any fear?
I'm trying.
I will say it's like it's higher up there in fears. Like it's one of like I wouldn't say like a major fear, but like a lot of people do have this fear.
Well, see, I was going to say arachnophobia, but you want to be Spider-Man, so that like contradicts itself.
Very true.
So I would have to say it's a fear of heights.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm sorry. That was a bit of a stumper.
Yeah,
My
I still think I
biggest-
know this.
My biggest fear is open ocean beneath me.
I had no clue.
Yeah, it was episode 3, I believe. The one where
Is
we
that the
Episode 4.
sharks?
4, where we had the one with Trey as
Yeah.
our
I
guest.
did see that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just watched it on YouTube. I saw it in her recent search.
Yeah, I'm your YouTube fan.
Oh my gosh, you can watch us on YouTube?
No
At the Garlic
way.
Boys?
That's insane. They're
Who
they're
would've
probably
thought?
so great to see us and
In
hear us.
person.
Yeah, on my big screen
Exactly.
TV.
Nice.
Yeah. With technology nowadays, why wouldn't you want to see our gorgeous faces on the big screen TV?
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right.
Was there something with sharks with that one?
I think we
There-
started talking about the whale shark and how that scared you.
We did
Be-
talk about like sea monsters taking
Okay.
us, like pulling us in, krakens and giant squids. I think sharks were mentioned, so yes.
Okay.
You probably thought about heights because I mentioned my fear of heights in that video.
Mm.
Okay.
It's very true.
Before we get to my last question, I have to tell you, every week I tell Matthew to stop saying he hates you and he's going to kill you. I am totally doing that in jest, Connor. I don't hate you and I don't want to kill you.
It's fine. It's just going to be evidence for the court hearing.
Right. If you end up dead someplace, they're
He's
gonna-
literally become the
gonna
number
look
one
at us.
subject.
Yes. Yes. And now I've joined in. So I don't mean I didn't mean it at all.
Hey, a family that kills together. All right.
Oh, I am actually killing time because I know that if I get this one wrong, I'm out.
I think you're going to get this one.
Okay.
All right. Question number 5. In college, what was the main way I performed comedy?
Didn't you do Woo's line? Like Woo's line is it anyway kind of thing? I think you did improv.
Final answer.
Yes.
Matt, looks like we're going to a tiebreaker.
Oh, yes.
I should get a pen too, though.
Do you need to get a pen
Oh,
too?
I'm telling
Like, it's
you,
got to be a
Matthew,
clicky top. It's got to be a clicky
now
top.
I understand your like anxiety. It just shoots up when that pen clicks.
It really helps that I'm quiet and then I click the pen.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So that means we're going into our tiebreaker round. This is going to be very easy. Do both of you have some sort of writing implement and like paper?
They
For
can
a
always
guess?
type it too. if
Oh
they
yeah,
don't.
we'll just have you type it into the chat bar.
If
Your-
you look at the bottom, like right of your screens, I think there's like a little message box. You can type into it, but do not send it until we tell you to send it, because then they'll see your
Yes.
answer. Okay.
Do you want to have mom guess for opposite son or for their son?
Opposite, I think. I think my
Opposite,
mom.
because if we don't guess our own son right, we look like a total horrid mom.
Not only that.
Oh, then should we definitely do should our own moms then, right?
Well, no, because if they get it right, then we have to do another tiebreaker.
That's do you want to do like to the nearest 3? Or like do you want to get the exact number?
The exact number.
I don't know if
Maybe-
they're gonna get the exact number.
Maybe within 1.
Within 1.
Yeah. I
Oh
could
yeah,
give them
you're
within
setting
1.
all these parameters when you want all these loopholes given your way when you play.
To be fair, in last week's episode,
To
we
be
did
fair.
thank you. We did do a tiebreaker, but I cut it out for time,
Okay.
and Matt lost that tiebreaker. And I literally gave him every single piece of information that he could need to get the right answer, and he did not get the right answer. Yeah, he
Shape
has
of Vanille on his
shape
forehead.
of a
You
nail
did-
on your forehead.
You did say that in the episode, which I don't think Mom has listened to. Have you listened to it?
I haven't listened to last week's yet.
That's wild.
That's
That is-
crazy that you do how to do that then.
Because when I lost last week, Connor said something about the Shape of Vanille on my
You
forehead.
have
Kind
you're a 4-time loser, so that means you had 4 fingers and thumbs in the shape of an L on your forehead.
Nice.
Alrighty. Your tiebreaker question, Mom, you're answering for how many you think Matt has. Kelly, you're answering for how many you think I have.
Oh, geez.
How many tattoos do we
Oh.
have?
Oh.
I don't even know how many you have, Connor. I should know.
Mom, do you
but
know how many
lost
I have?
count.
I think so.
Well, don't
I-
say it, but if
to
you
be-
do,
To be fair, I'm not
Be
sure how
fair.
many Matt
be
has.
All right,
You-
I'm ready.
all right.
It's a guess anyway. So
All right. I
Most of
typed
my
in
answers are guesses. So
you
it's
ready for me to send?
Hold on, let me count.
You don't even know how many you have.
See, there's my point.
I would love to have a whole body of tattoos, but that's just me.
Okay, I got it. I'm good.
Okay.
You ready for us to send it now?
Send in 3, 2, 1, send. All right, how do we want to do this then, Matt?
I just say how many you have and how far she's off.
Well, Kelly has guessed that I have 13 tattoos. I only have 10 tattoos.
Oh, and we said within one.
Mm.
Looks like you're not a garlic mom.
I said within
Oh.
3, but Matt changed the parameters.
I
So
would have won, Matthew. I would have won.
Yep, you
I
would
thought-
have.
Connor. I thought
don't
you
look
were
at me.
in
He changed the
charge.
parameters.
No,
We
wait.
are-
I
no.
thought you were the director of this
We are
podcast.
co-hosts. We
We're
are
co-hosts.
co-hosts. We make
Matt.
decisions together.
How many do you have?
Yeah, you haven't answered my mom yet, Matt.
Well, because you were bantering with my
I'm
mom.
hanging here, just
you
swinging
answered.
away.
It might not even matter if she was within 3 if my mom got it right.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh,
See,
okay.
you made fun of me for counting, and now you don't even know how many you have.
No. I know.
Oh,
I
he
know how much I
knows.
have. I'm saying we're gonna have to go and do another tiebreaker
Yes, we
because
are.
I have 4. And no
If
matter
we would've-
what,
if we would have just done within 3,
if we would have done within 3,
oh, they
both of
both
them
would have tied again.
Breaker.
Oh. All right. Then I'll think.
Connor, are you sure you don't have 13? I'm thinking you might.
I will think of a double
She's calling
tiebreaker.
you out.
Wait.
I do have 11.
It's still not within
Yeah, but
one.
she's closer.
I guess.
I don't
I
really
think
feel
if
like
he
thinking of
counted
a
more,
tiebreaker.
he'd probably find more.
Quick, I need 2 stick and pokes now.
All right, fine.
She's gonna be so mad at me. I forgot about the stitch tattoo I have on the back of my leg.
Dude.
Oh,
What
it's fine.
about the boxing one?
I remembered the boxing one.
Okay.
The reason I was scared at first is because I thought Courtney, who has a matching tattoo with me, was going to be mad. She doesn't listen to the podcast. She's never gonna know I forgot about it.
Wow, your own roommate doesn't listen to the podcast? Both of
Yeah.
my roommates. Well, one of my roommates listens to the podcast.
Yeah, Kevin.
Sounds like the same thing.
Now we're calling out Kevin. He's got to come on the podcast.
Get Kevin on the podcast. Alrighty. With that win for you, Kelly, that means that you are the mother that knows us best. Congratulations. You have done what Matthew fails to do every week, and you have won a quiz.
Yay,
I've
congratulations,
Thank
won,
Kelly.
you.
I've won 3 times. Thank you very much.
Matthew, let's just remember that I won the first time.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Let's just
well,
remember that.
Let's just remember, Mom, that you had 5 questions and I usually have 10 to 20. So,
So now I know why
you usually
Connor
have
let you
10
win.
questions.
no, I had 20 questions at one time.
That one time was not 20 questions. It was 24 points within 10 questions. Don't
Yeah,
come at
that's
me.
a lot
Don't come
more
at me
than
for my
5
scoring
points.
system.
Get the story right, Matt.
That's a lot more than 5 points where she needs to answer 3 questions right
This
to
reminds
get
me
more
of
than
that,
half.
Matthew. This reminds me of that time that we wrestled when you were a kid, and I gave
And
you
I
a
got
bloody,
a bloody
nose.
nose. And I got a bloody nose. You didn't give me one, Mom. I get them all the time at random times.
Okay.
You didn't
It
even
just
touch
happened,
my
it just
nose.
happened to be after she kicked me in the face.
She didn't even touch my nose. She tried to pin me on the couch,
Matthew,
and
I'm
I was
so
able
amazing.
to easily.
I don't
Easily.
have to touch your nose, and you got a bloody nose.
She tried to pin me on the couch. She sat on top of me with my arms underneath me and said, "Get up." And so I did. I got up, and guess what happened after I got up? She
She
didn't
gave you the
touch my
people's
face,
elbow, and
I had a bloody nose. It happens.
Well,
I get them
At least
all
you
the
guys
time.
have that in common.
Coincidence? I
Connor
don't
used to
think
get nosebleeds all the time too.
all I'm hearing, Matt, is
Thank
that you lost a fight to your mom.
I got out from under her. That was the parameters of the test, the fight.
so. And then you got a bloody nose. Let's just.
Mom, I've gotten like 100 bloody noses from different sources. One of them being kneeing myself in the face.
Who does that?
I was on a bouncy house, Mom.
Dude, that's not an excuse. What were you cannonballing? Like,
There was
Oh.
a slide. There was a slide, and I jumped onto this. I jumped onto my butt from a standing position, and I was trying to put my head underneath the top of the cover on the slide. And my head and my knees collided because my legs bounced up and my head bounced down.
who would have expected a bouncy house to be bouncy?
Connor, I don't need this kind of crap from you.
Look how defensive he gets in front of his mom. Because this is
Yeah.
typical
Alright.
stuff for me.
Yeah.
All right, let's get a move on. What are the traditions we do? That's the next segment. Traditions.
Nice
Let's go.
Christmas sweater, by the way, Matt.
Thank you. It's
You are
it's-
welcome. Show it off. Very cool.
Nice.
I'm actually selling one of those right now.
really.
Yes.
I'll buy it from you. How much is it?
Cool. Well, it's not online. It's in the mall.
It's-
Connor, go get it for me.
What size? I
What
think
size are you? Are you
I
still extra large?
Oh, I think it's a medium.
Hey, that's perfect. Connor, if you go to the mall, you buy it for me. I'll give it to Mia and she can wear it.
Do you know
We
how
can have matching
ridiculous
sweaters.
I will look buying a medium-sized sweater?
Connor.
I haven't been medium-sized since I was in, what, second grade?
Oh,
I've always been
or at
rotund.
least in the end of grade school.
Speaking of thinking into the past, this week for Christmas, we are thinking on our family traditions from our past with our top 6 family traditions for Christmas. It's not our top 12 because we're both doing 6, and so like it equals 12. So don't come at us that we changed the weekly format. All right, commenters that we don't have.
No haters.
Yeah.
Haters gonna hate.
Okay, so I kick him out using what button? Alrighty.
You know, Connor, I wouldn't mind, taking his place on the podcast. I have some
Oh, no,
ideas.
that wouldn't be a bad idea.
I have some ideas. I have actually
we
a
could
book
do a
of
fun
ideas.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we're
Or
going to
you
have to
could
start a Garlic Moms podcast.
Yes. Yes.
Garlic Boy Productions, the Garlic Mom podcast.
If you're looking
Yeah.
for, it could be Matthew that he invited us on here because he's looking for new material.
It
The-
Definitely.
Probably.
I mean, it's very possible. Or, Mom, you could stop plotting against me and do the podcast together, you and I, like we were planning on doing, instead of plotting to take over my own half of the podcast, Mom.
I don't know. Your mom and I have a good back and forth.
we have a
going
good
here. I
rapport.
think
We do.
Okay, well then you
we
start.
should start a podcast.
Why? That's what I'm saying. Why would you destroy the one podcast we have for your own selfish gains instead of
Matt,
starting a
us-
new podcast so that we can get more money collectively?
She and I starting a
Oh, it's
podcast
all
does
about
not
the
have
money.
to implode this podcast.
It is all about the money for me. I'm not doing this for fun. Does it?
You don't like hanging out with me every week?
Connor, you
Connor-
better edit that part out.
Connor, this is the only time I get with you.
Matthew, you need
like
to calm
ever.
down. You
Matt
need to calm
decides
down.
that
Well,
he
if
lives
my
too
own mother wasn't trying to out me on my own podcast where we graciously let you be a guest.
See, Matthew, what it is you're not spending enough time with your mother. And so she misses you and she has to do this to you on
has to-
air because you're not spending quality time with her.
Hold
Connor
on, she
comes
has to out
over and we
me.
do this banter all the time.
She has
and
to
so-
out me of my own podcast in order to spend more time with me. How does that
every
make sense?
Sunday
Getting
afternoon.
reaction
I
out of
hang
you,
out
which
with
is
my mom.
hilarious, but
Keep testing me, Matt. Instead of hanging out with my mom on Sunday afternoon, I'll hang out with your mom. So
Ouch.
Christmas traditions. So much of that is going to have to get cut out. I just know
No.
that right now.
No.
So we
You
have to
always-
speed through these traditions. We just have to speed
Okay,
run it.
let's speed through. All
All
right.
right, number 6, Matt.
Number 6. Oh crap. The Christmas pickle.
yeah.
Every year, starting like maybe 3 years ago. No, we started a while ago. I think my sister still lived at the house. So it's been a little while. She got married a couple years back, but we do the Christmas pickle, hide it on the tree, first person to find it. But I'm the only one in the house, so it's kind of like, here's a pickle, like it's kind of pointless. I'm the only one going to look for the pickle. And
Yeah.
I work Christmas anyway, so it's not like I'm
Yeah,
gonna go find the
total
pickle.
bummer.
Connor was the only one that found a pickle.
Ah, nice. All right,
All right.
what's your number 6?
Our number 6 is the Christmas morning rules that we had put in place.
Okay.
I'm not
Is
a
that
morning person.
Is that like where you had to sleep in till 9 and then you had to wait until 10 to wake them up and like all that?
We were not allowed to leave our rooms until 7.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fair.
That
Yeah.
sounds
I
familiar.
thought so.
We-
Sounds-
We then were not allowed to open any presents until she got halfway through a cup of tea.
oh, we were coffee at my house, but yeah.
And then we weren't allowed to open presents first. We always had to do stockings first because the animals also got stockings, so they needed to get their gifts.
And they love to open gifts with them.
Those are all very fair rules. I
Thank
agree
you.
with every one of them.
They're fair now, but when you're 7 and you're like, there are toys downstairs I haven't played with yet.
Yeah,
You
I-
guys
I
didn't follow the rules anyway. You would always sneak downstairs, shake the presents, and then because I did not put them out until after they went to bed at like 2:00 in the morning, which was half the reason why they weren't allowed up so early because I was still wrapping half the night.
Well,
But they would be up as early as they could as soon as the sun came up, and they were down there shaking the presents, trying to figure out what they got.
So you
We
broke
were-
the rules, Connor.
we weren't
Connor.
allowed. We
you
weren't
cannot do
allowed
that.
past a certain threshold. Like there was a doorway in our old house, and I think my mom or my dad, one of them would stand there while the other one went to go get him coffee, very slowly, might I add. Dad would shuffle like an old man, and we just had to stand there, or we wouldn't get any gifts. It was horrendous. It was horrendous. Mom would have to get all situated on the couch, get her blanket, and get her camera ready, and
Absolutely.
oh,
Okay,
It
but
took
how did
forever.
to be fair,
to be fair,
Fair.
how did you wake us up, Matthew?
by jumping on the bed like any normal child does, even when they're in high
Exactly.
school.
I don't see what's wrong with that because that's what we
Even
used to do
when they
too.
were in high school,
Yeah.
they were jumping on my
Mom,
bed at
Mom.
6 a.m.
Who doesn't like getting? I didn't sleep Christmas Eve. I was up, and what do you think? Waiting from 12 o'clock at night to 7 a.m. That's 7 hours of just sitting there waiting.
And then
You expect
parents
me
are
to
gonna
wait
complain-
another?
Parents are going to complain that we're waking them up way early in the morning for one day of the year when 800 or 180 days of the year we have to get up at 6 a.m.
To
Because
clean
we
the
have to
house.
go to
Up at 6
school.
a.m. Wait a second. I never woke you up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, and how many
I
times
was
was I
still
late to school?
sleeping when you went to school,
For me,
which
it
is
was
why you got in trouble for missing the bus.
For me,
You
it was
had to come
Saturdays.
wake me up.
For me, it was Saturdays. She would be like vacuuming at 7 a.m, just like
Oh.
right outside my door, and I'm like trying to sleep, and she's like, "All right, well, it's a good thing you're up because you're cleaning. You're cleaning 12 hours today. You're putting in. Not
Doing a
getting
full
lick of
shift
it."
down at the factory.
Okay, that's
what
a highly exaggeration.
No,
Yes.
no, that's how
Yes.
Saturdays were at our house. That's exactly how Saturdays were. Every Saturday, no one was coming over. Nobody was
No,
gonna
they
go
never-
in my
no,
room.
They never were. They never were.
Yeah, nobody was gonna go in my room and be like, "Oh, bed's not made." Kick him out.
You
know?
never know
Can't-
when the
can't
president
be
might
friends
visit.
with you anymore. You think he
Uh,
makes frequent stops up in Grove City?
I-
He might.
I love how
Make
this
America
guy-
great again.
Air Force One ran out of gas. We had to pull over at this airfield here.
right
We just
outside
thought,
of your house.
Hey, this looks like a nice house to hang out at.
Hey, the PCAT lady that stormed the Capitals from Mercer County. So I'm sure.
Okay, then our number 5. On Christmas Eve, my parents would usually, well, starting much later in like high school time and college, but my mom would get us matching PJs, and we would have matching PJs to open on Christmas Eve. And sorry, my dog. We'd get matching PJs on Christmas Eve and then wear them Christmas morning.
That's so cute.
Yeah, we're still doing that kind of. Mom went way too late, kind of like the guy in Jingle All the Way,
Right.
where he like bought the gift way too late and then he missed out on the gift, but then he turned into Turbo Man. So Mom, I'm expecting you to to turn into Turbo Man.
pajamas.
Bananas and pajamas.
It's turbo time.
I think
what
he
I
would
need.
buy us new pajamas.
I
For
would. I think
Christmas?
for Christmas pictures,
Yeah.
you had to have nice pajamas to put on.
We couldn't have like stained or old shirts. Like we had to wear like nice shirts to sleep that night and everything. But I don't think we ever opened any presents on Christmas Eve.
No, because by the time we got home from one of our selections,
Right. Spoilers.
it was too late for anything like that. So
Right. But yeah, pajamas are a good one. They're
that would be a
comfy.
good segue, but that's not the next one on our list, is it?
It can
No,
be.
the next one on our list, number 5, is the must-watch Christmas movies for us each year.
Okay, I think we
Um,
talked a little bit about Christmas movies on another
Mhm.
episode. Which ones?
Oh,
were
only
your-
a little bit, yeah.
a little bit. We had a
When they
whole
were
list of
younger,
them. Whole list of them.
Right.
when they were younger, it was the typical, they have to watch Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph and what other one? I don't even remember. I remember the Heat Miser because they both loved that one. Because AJ, the Heat Miser had red hair, and the Mr.
The
Mr.
Heat
Freeze is
Miser,
Batman,
the
but I
cold
can't
mi-
remember
the-
his name.
More recently, the movies have evolved to I like watching Elf on Christmas, which Matt hates that movie, but we won't hold it against him. And we've been watching
How could you resist Zoe?
I love Zoe Deschanel in
She's
that
so
movie.
adorable, and I love the way she sings. She makes
Yes.
the whole movie. I'm sorry,
Oh,
I know
I
everybody's
agree.
Will Ferrell, but
No,
she makes the whole movie.
She's the best part of that movie, without
Yeah.
a
for
doubt.
sure.
Yeah.
Her and James Caan.
Mm,
Yeah.
if you say so.
You don't like James Caan in that movie? All right.
I'm not
He
a big James
He
Caan
plays
fan.
he plays his part well.
Yeah.
He does.
And then more recently, we've always watched The Muppet Christmas Carol. My mom likes to watch that early on in the season to get into it. But more recently, we've been watching it. We started on Christmas Eve. And once it gets to the end of One More Sleep Till Christmas, we'll turn it off, go to sleep, and then watch the rest of it on Christmas.
That's nice.
Oh, it's cool.
All right, Matt, you're number 3.
Number 3 is we go to this place called Cranex.
We
It's
know.
Yeah, it's a
Christmas
really
Wonderland.
exactly. We very often in the season, usually kind of early on, just depending on everybody's schedule. But I have a lot of older sisters, and a lot of them are married, have kids. So that's mainly why we do it. We do it every year, and actually, this year's was actually really cool. I liked it a lot. It had a lot of cool updated stuff, but we do that every year. It's like a little Christmas walkthrough. I know you guys know this, but for the listeners who don't, they have a bunch of Christmas trees with decorations on them, a lot of themed trees, and a lot of different, like sometimes moving, like animatronic things all around. And it's like a little walkthrough, and then you go in the store and buy everything they just showed you. So it's really just a marketing hack, but
Yep, it's a
That's what
gimmick.
everything is.
it's cool for kids. It's definitely cool for kids. I liked it this year, so I guess it's cool for childish adults too.
They never grow up, do they?
Nope.
That actually does give us a nice segue into our number 3 or number 4.
Mhm.
The third one in our list of however we're doing this. We started a tradition of having 2 Christmas trees. So when I was younger, we lived with our grandparents as well. My grandparents, her parents, and they would always have their Christmas tree up in the living room, and it was the nice
Fancy.
tints, like the ribbon tinsel, fancy ornaments, big bright star and everything. And down in the basement, when the game room that my brother and I would typically hang out in, we would set up a second tree where we would have like our family homemade ornaments, things like that, all set up on that tree. And it was sort of like the one my brother and I got to decorate a lot. And then once we moved out and moved into our own home, my mom started wanting to have a live tree and decorating that one all pretty and everything. But AJ and I still wanted to have the secondary tree. So that just was something that we continued to do all the way up until we moved out.
One thing I think you don't remember is we also used to put a tree in your bedroom when you guys shared a bedroom.
Really?
Yeah. It had Looney Tune decorations on it. And I think Mickey Mouse, we had a couple of those. We bought them
I don't
each
remember that.
year.
Nice memory, Connor.
Sorry, I'm too busy worried about the Ninja Turtle tree she got me for college, which the cat keeps knocking down, so I keep losing ornaments for it.
But before we get off the topic, we didn't put this on our list, but it's kind of an honorable mention because we started recently and had to stop for a couple years because of some people. But we do cut down our own Christmas tree. It's very, very exciting thing for us to do. We go and cut it down, but that's
Now,
not on our list.
Do you do it legally, or do you like
Christmas
go to the
tree
park
farm.
on Christmas Eve and just be like, all right, you watch for the police. I'm going to cut this down.
No. A Christmas tree farm where they sustainably replant trees and stuff like that. So we're not like killing the earth.
We
Connor.
care about the environment, Connor.
Right.
Yeah.
Fun fact, did you know it takes 7 years for a Christmas tree to fully mature into a standard Christmas tree?
That's wild.
Oh,
That's a lot of
wow.
years.
Hmm.
I was thinking we could like just plant a couple trees. So we'd have to plant 7 in our
Right.
yard and then wait 7 years for one. We'd have to wait 1 year and then plant another one so that every single year. So we'd
Yeah.
have to plant one every year,
Yeah.
basically from now until the end of time.
Exactly.
So that we always have a Christmas tree that's full grown.
They actually used to sell the Christmas trees where you could buy the tree and then plant it after Christmas.
Yeah, I've seen
Because
that.
we had a couple in our backyard as a kid growing up. We did that.
Nice.
I think there's still places that do that. I just don't know where they are. That'd be cool.
A lot
Yeah.
of places around here are overpriced and suck. So
Mm.
Yeah.
they give you crappy trees for like $80, and it's like, oh, what? Excuse me.
You get the little Charlie Brown tree.
Yeah, and it's like I'll knock it down to $79.99 for you. It's like, okay, thanks.
Sir, it's missing
we
half
never
of its
paid that
branches.
There's this one place that I always went to. It's a garden center that I love, and I love plants. So, and they are $39 for every tree.
Nice.
Yes. So
Very
that's the only reason why we got a live tree, because it was
Yeah.
affordable.
All right. All right. Our number the
Four.
next one.
Number four. Number four.
Mom, if you would like to give this
Number
one.
three. Number
Yeah.
three, my lord.
So one of the things we do, since we have such a big family, we have to draw names because it would just be so expensive for everybody to buy for everyone. So we draw
Mhm.
names, but I always felt like I wanted to get each person a gift. And so I felt like I was kind of missing out. So a few years ago, we started doing like, I would buy a gift for each person, inexpensive, but then we would do the steal a gift game. So that would be just a way of me making sure everybody got a gift from me. So we started doing that. And I don't know, this year, I don't think we're going to do the steal part because last year some people kind of left Huffy. So we're gonna...
Well, the issue is you really want a gift and you don't end up with it. It does kind of suck.
Yeah.
But like that's just kind of the rules of the game. You have to deal with it.
Was Matt one of the people that left Huffy? Because he defended
No.
that really quickly.
He's
I
know.
been Huffy in years past.
I'm pretty sure I've gotten lucky every single year.
Remember
first
when
year
Jenny brought, yeah.
Jenny, but she got it and then gave it to me, so I ended up with the gift anyway.
His sister's given to him all the time. You know how it is. So.
Yeah, it was.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that.
I'm pretty sure it was a Darth Vader mug, and it was the
Mhm.
coolest
Ah.
thing. But it was like a fight for it, and she ended up with the final take of it, and then at the end she gave it to me. I was kind
Yeah, so we're gonna do it differently this year, but we do like a gift trade thing. So we're trying to figure out how to do it to where nobody gets angry, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like that.
Definitely.
All right. Mom, do you want to do our number three? Do you remember what it was?
I do not remember what our number 3 is.
Well, what you can do
I
is
didn't
you
get the
can
list.
name it. You can name it, Connor, and then she can talk about it if you want.
That's what we've been doing anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Breakfast.
Oh, yeah. See, this is a tradition that my mother started, actually. We would make sausage and crescent rolls and scrambled eggs for breakfast. And, so after all the gifts were done and everything, it didn't take long. And we would have the traditional, every holiday we have it. So it's so no matter how many people you have, it's something that can go for a large crowd or, just the 3 of us. And so it was a really nice breakfast and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was usually up too late to do like a casserole or cinnamon rolls or things like that that
Right.
people do. And that's not me. I don't plan well enough in advance for those kinds of things.
That's fair.
So.
I never wanted more though. Like with that, like I never really wanted like crescent rolls or like a whole casserole because it was one of those things like we didn't really have it any other time. So like,
Nope.
Oh, we get to have the crescent rolls. Like that was something we looked forward to. And then like as we got older, we would start putting cheese in them and like making them more like personal.
And helping cook.
Yeah. And so like it became something that like it's just normal. Like I don't think about what I'm gonna eat for breakfast when a holiday comes around because it's gonna be that. Except for New Year's, we always have to have pork and sauerkraut.
New Year's Day, yeah, but that's tradition,
right?
As well. Same with seafood on New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, seafood's the best. We need to start.
When I was a kid, we used to go down to Holey's and actually pick out our seafood.
Oh, nice.
And that was like the only time of the year we had a treat like that. But we'd have clams or lobster or whatever
awesome.
was fresh. It was great. So I always try to make sure we have some sort of seafood on New Year's Eve as well.
All right, Mom, take notes.
I think my favorite one.
Let me just say he said to his mom, "You know what? The crescent rolls were enough, Mom. I think it was wonderful what you planned." And I was gonna say, "Look how nice he is to his mom," and then you just diss me right after that.
You love pointing out how other people are so nice to their mom, but you know behind closed doors they're ribbing back and forth. That's just how mother-son relationships are.
Oh, let's try to make yourself look better.
Sorry,
through that. Yeah.
I love my mom. She knows that. We never have any conflict. We're each other's best friends. The two
Maybe
of us are like
Cindy
bees in
is
a
mom
pod.
knows best. Maybe she raised her son better.
No.
All right, the next one is
No,
Kyle,
see,
come
what the
on.
problem comes in is when I use like the sarcasm or tactics and everything that she taught me against her, and she goes, "Oh, that's how you want to do this."
And then I zing him. He still
All right.
can't surpass me. He tries.
We'll see. Maybe someday the student will become the master.
That's the goal. That is always the goal.
I'm gonna put her in a home. Matt,
All
you're
right.
number 2.
All right, AJ already agreed to take care of me.
Yeah, because that means he gets
Yeah,
a house
two
to
of
live in.
you.
Oh, yeah, no, my mom's going in a home too. All right, Mom, number
Oh,
2.
The Garlic Moms Retirement Center.
Hey, we'll do a podcast. How horrible our children are.
Yeah, that's a great
And I'm
idea.
sure we'll have more listeners.
halfway
Yes, for sure.
halfway through the episode, you guys will be like, "Welcome to the Garlic Moms podcast." 'cause you
No, I would
forgot
just
that
be
you-
like, what am I talking about again? Remind me.
What were we saying?
All right, we'll have 20 subjects instead of one. So what?
all right, Mom. What's our number 2?
Our next one is we always do Strombolis on Christmas Eve. So I don't even know how my dad used to make Strombolis and then he turned it over to me. And I think what do you think, Matt? The most I've ever made is 24
Wow.
Something like that. We have a big
individual
old family.
Strombolis. We
And,
even
I mean,
have like an order sheet where they mark down what toppings they want, and then I make them to order. So typically Christmas Eve, I am there for a couple. I've gotten faster. Faster.
And sometimes you make pizza for like the younger kids because
Yeah,
eat
yeah.
Strombolis,
They don't
but
eat Strombolis anyway. But
homemade pizza. So
yeah,
If I'm correct, a Stromboli is like a calzone but with sauce.
yes, it has sauce and it doesn't have ricotta. But sometimes we get ricotta and put it in because Matt likes it. But
yeah. It technically a
Hold
Stromboli.
on. Matt likes ricotta.
Yes, I love ricotta. Not
Is that
cottage
cottage
cheese.
cheese?
You don't
Connor.
eat cottage cheese or whipped cream, but you like ricotta.
Connor, cottage
They're all the
cheese.
same thing.
No, they are not.
They're
Cottage
all milk,
cheese.
dude.
Cottage cheese is a lot creamier and lumpier. It's like boiled milk out of a jug.
do you know,
And-
Matthew, that some people
No, hold on. Whipped cream is disgusting. The texture is gross. It feels warm in my mouth, even though it
Feels
comes
warm in your mouth.
Yes, even though it comes straight from the freezer. There's no cold. It doesn't hold
Freezer?
coldness.
What's
Yes.
wrong with
What are
your
you
mouth,
talking about,
dude?
freezer?
Well, some people put Cool Whip in their freezer.
Matthew,
Cool
do you
Whip.
know that
No,
some
whipped cream is
people-
different than Cool Whip.
They're all gross. They're
No.
all
They're
gross.
two
but
totally
ricotta
different
cheese-
things.
Ricotta cheese is
Dude,
fine.
my mom's about to
Ricotta
make your
cheese-
nose bleed now.
I've actually no. Ricotta cheese is a completely different texture. It belongs in Italian dishes like lasagna.
But do you
and,
know
like,
that some people
Strombolis?
substitute cottage cheese in
They shouldn't.
lasagna?
They shouldn't. They
They
shouldn't
do,
because it's
people
gross.
don't realize the difference.
Mom, it's
When you make his
lumpy.
Stromboli this year, use cottage cheese instead of ricotta and see if he notices the difference.
I will know the difference. It's lumpy and it's gross. It doesn't even taste good. I've had
Yes,
it.
it
plenty.
does.
The food
No.
It tastes
processor.
the same as ricotta. It's
All right.
milk.
Did you hear my mom?
All
She
right.
said put it in the food processor.
Okay. What is the next one for you guys?
He's never gonna let me on this show again.
It's fine. We got our own show. We'll work it out. I'll send you an email.
Just breathe.
Our
Just breathe.
Matthew, can I
number-
borrow your little microphone?
I have an extra for the podcast that we were gonna do, Mom. Now you can't borrow it. Now you can't.
our number 2, Matt, is The Tiny Star and How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Books.
These are books that my
Mm.
mom used to read to
Oh,
us.
that makes more sense.
They're 2 separate books. There's The Tiny Star, which the main character's name is Starlet,
Starlet. Yep.
and it's
About spreading the light.
what's the thing called?
Crab claws.
No,
Uh,
the big star, the big star
North
with Jesus,
Star.
the North Star. Yeah,
And how the
Oh,
North
okay.
Star shine to warm up baby Jesus and be the light.
And so like Starlet was the smallest sky, the tiniest star in the sky, and she was chosen to become the North Star, the bright star that led the wise men to Jesus.
Aww.
And it's all about like letting your light shine and everything, like she said. That was one. I think she still read that to me up until like high school, and she was like, "We should stop doing this. This is weird now."
We still have the book though.
This is getting a bit weird. It's
Yeah.
like
Not the
sitting
book.
on your mom's. It's like sitting on your mom's lap. It's like okay, this is a bit much, you know.
He hasn't done that in a long time, Matt.
And then after that, she would always read us How the Grinch Stole Christmas. She doesn't remember this as much, but I always remembered it because she would always make roast beef for dinner on Christmas Day, and she would call it roast beast,
East.
just like the
Yes.
Who's did in
And I was
Whoville.
Cindy Lou Who.
Mhm.
Nice.
Fun fact that I just learned. Oh, okay, I should say fun fact that I just relearned because I learned it before, and then I forgot about it, and then I remember it now. So Dr. Seuss, that's not actually how you pronounce his name. He actually wrote a poem about how to pronounce his name, and it's actually pronounced Seuss.
Fun fact: that's not his name.
Yes,
So yes, Dr.
Here
Seuss
we
is not how
go.
you pronounce his
but
name.
but
Matt.
no, but he wrote something about how to actually pronounce that word, and it's Seuss.
So what was your number 1 tradition?
I don't know, Mom. What's our number 1 tradition?
Number 1 tradition is we always go to, and you won't be able to go this year because you are working. We always go to the candlelight Christmas Eve service at church, and we try to keep our kids from starting small fires because the candles are going everywhere. I'm stressed out, and then we sing Silent Night as I watch my kids drop melted wax all over the chairs. But it is a
Yep.
nice memory for everyone.
A lot of times we'll actually hold the candles like at an angle and see
let
how
the
much we
wax-
can build up. Yeah, on
Yeah,
the wax.
it was a very dangerous game, is what it was.
Yeah.
but-
We played that game too.
It was a fun game to play.
It's so much fun. I love fire.
And then you put it out like this.
yeah.
Yeah, because if you blew on it, then all the wax would go everywhere. Of course, you'll
Exactly.
put it out like that.
Except for I worked in a church and I saw the poor custodian taking an iron and wax paper and getting all the wax out of all the chairs after Christmas.
Well, that's
Eve.
because they gave them to 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never
You
dripped
give the
any.
battery operated candle to the 5-year-olds.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never dropped any. I never got wax anywhere but in my candle holder.
Megan almost caught somebody's hair on fire once.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it was epic.
Our family has a history with fire. Just like a very
So does ours.
yeah. I loved fire as a kid, so
So did we.
I still love fire to be honest, but I've mellowed out a little.
Our number 1 is the same thing. Are the
Oh,
Christmas Eve candle
nice.
services.
Nice.
Hey,
My favorite memory from one of those was they would always do like a kids corner during it, and I got a present from the children's pastor that year, and it was a Jacob's ladder,
Oh.
which is this little wooden toy that like if you hold the second rung of it, it falls down on its own, I never could understand how it worked, and I played with it constantly trying to figure it out. I since lost it, but I remember that toy and that service from that a
Matthew,
lot.
he's talking. Stop
I'm
flirting with your
listening.
dog.
He's talking about Jacob's Ladder, Mom. I
You're
heard.
winking at your dog in the middle
I'm
of
not-
his
I
like
did not wink at my
heartwarming
dog.
story. It
I'm
was
Poured
not
out his heart
weird.
about Jacob's Ladder.
I'm
It was his heart, and you're
Okay,
flirting
I was
with your
looking right
dog.
at you, and you weren't
Something.
responding.
something,
listening.
Mom, that you just can't understand. Maybe this should be a question for you, Mom. Is that I can multitask? I can multitask.
wait.
I was listening to Connor's story.
Connor
Don't even
says-
start. Don't even
Connor
start.
says there's no such thing as multitasking.
Scientifically, there is no such thing as multitasking. Your brain can only focus on one thing at a
How
time.
did I survive as
Well-
a single parent?
Well, that's really weird, Connor, because I heard everything you said, but I was staring right at my dog. I heard everything you said. That's pretty crazy, huh? That's
It's almost
pretty
that those are
crazy.
two different parts of your brain, Matt, that process information to different cortexes.
But you
Well,
weren't
that's called
looking at
multitasking.
Matthew.
No,
You
it's
missed-
not.
Yes,
You
it
missed-
is. I was doing something completely different with my dog, and I still heard what you said.
Get
That's
Ahsoka out of the shot.
multitasking. No. She deserves
You-
to be in this more than anybody.
Matthew, why don't you start a podcast with her when you're unemployed?
Oh, so this is the
I'm
part
sorry.
of every family
was
get
too
together
far.
where it gets too personal.
Anyway, I think you should have been looking. Connor had facial expressions, he had body language, he was sharing a story from his heart, and I felt like he was being ignored. So I
It's
had to
okay.
speak
The
up.
Christmas carols were my
There-
favorite part of
there
the
are-
night.
There are two other people on this podcast, Mom.
We had such a fun time doing 12 Days of Christmas.
It's
We-
okay. It's okay that Matt
we all
wasn't
acted
listening.
out and held up signs.
We did Christmas carols too, huh, Mom? We filmed
We did
them, and we
carols.
now
Silent Night was the final one with candles. but-
we now pull them out every year and watch the family
Oh.
videos of our Christmas. Where
Yeah.
Katie, stuck her hand down her pants. That's a classic.
What day was that?
Well, we were children. I was
Right.
like
She
4.
was being filmed and they were singing a Christmas song and she had an itch on her leg. And so during the filming,
She tried to itch it through her pants, but that wasn't enough. So she just stuck her hand all the way down her pants in the
she
middle
was
of
like
being filmed.
5. To be fair, she was.
I was
5.
4, so she was
Kids
6.
did that all the time.
Okay,
That was
so
the
she
fun
was
part of
6.
watching the videos.
Does Katie listen to this podcast?
No.
Sure, sure
No.
she does.
She
So
will
you're gonna,
now.
you're gonna make sure that she gets sent this episode, right, Kelly?
Oh yeah, she's getting this episode.
Oh, trust me, you can't embarrass Katie.
That's fair.
Yeah, you
Katie's
can't
I
enough.
have
embarrass
met-
Katie.
Katie's enough of an embarrassment herself. So
Wow,
That's just mean, dude.
Matt.
well,
Katie was nice when I met her.
okay. Are you thinking of the same sister, the right sister? Because I have
Pretty
a lot of them.
I know you have a lot of them, but I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the right sister.
Pretty sure the time you met her first was when she came to one of my competition shows, and you met my family like in the lobby afterwards. And Katie like yelled at me that time, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Was this the time that I accidentally held my sign cheering you on in front of them while you were performing?
It's very possible. Yes.
I almost did a question on that of what did the sign that I held in front of your faces while Matt was performing said, which said, "Go Matt, you're hot." And then James wrote "ooh woo" on it 4 times.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, I think that'll be a good place to end right there. Thank you so much, Garlic Moms, for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
I can't wait for us to start our podcast, Kelly. I think it's going to go great.
It's gonna be great.
It's going to be the #1 for the Garlic Boys Productions. Surpass everything that Matt's a part of. Mom, thank you so much for coming on. It was nice having you.
No, thanks for having us. It was fun. I laughed so much. My face hurts.
Now you know what we go through every single Sunday.
I do
I don't
watch your
know.
podcast, by the way.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. a lot of people may not find us funny, but like we find
We
us
find
funny.
ourselves funny enough for all those people that
That's
listen.
the
that don't.
what makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, absolutely.
As always, we want to thank you for listening. You can, if
Sorry.
was
Bless
that a
you.
I
sneeze?
was sneezing, but I didn't want to sneeze
Well,
outwardly.
Connor,
And then
Connor,
I
if
was
you
like
were looking,
panicked because
if
he
you
was
were
gonna say-
looking, Connor, if you
Oh
were
no,
looking at her
don't have any
screen,
bodily functions.
No, I was
We're
worried that
really-
he was gonna have us say "stay garlicky mid sneeze," and then I was gonna miss it.
well, now you ruined
I-
the surprise
okay.
for the
Whoa.
listeners, Mom.
Whoa. I do not know why I'm getting attacked right now. It didn't sound like a sneeze. I'm not coming at her for sneezing because I've been burping throughout this entire episode. I just was confused at what the sound was. Okay.
Everybody, you can find us on Twitter, possibly, maybe. It's a crapshoot every week.
Twitter,
Instagram.
Instagram, and TikTok at the Garlic Boys. You can support us on Patreon if you care. And there are a few tiers that you can support us on there. Starting soon, we are hoping to be able to release a full discussion of the Sorcerer's Apprentice. And
That'll be
if
fun.
you would like to hear that, that'll be a Patreon exclusive discussion. You would
It'll
have
get
to
heated, so
be
it'll
That'll
get very
be-
heated.
that'll be available for the Clove level or higher. You can also watch full-length episodes, videos of the podcast on our YouTube channel. So if you wanted to hear us as well as see us, you can find us on there. And as we said last week, you can always go to our Linktree in our Spotify and find the Garlic Boys Christmas playlist if you would like to have a Garlic Boys Christmas. Matt, any final thoughts?
I'm just repeating what you said. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, listeners. Thank you. I mean, I know you guys are two of our very few listeners right now. So much appreciated for your commitment every week. And Mom,
All joking aside, Matt, I'm
even
your
though-
biggest fan.
exactly, that's what I was gonna say. Even though you're not technically a monetary supporter,
Oh,
That is true. Only one of our guests is a Patreon supporter.
I
you,
explained to you
Go, Mom.
why I have not.
I still appreciate you listening very much.
Uh,
Mom, any final thoughts?
no.
How about you, Mom?
I again am your biggest fan.
Okay.
Mom, you sure you don't want to say anything to me?
I love you, son. You're the funniest one I know.
Ouch. Ouch.
Support.
I'm here for it. Alrighty. Thank you all for listening. And remember, as always, stay